Whatever we do it together.
Wrong intro, but oh well.
This one's got a lot of head on it. Cheers, brother. Let's do this.
Oh, shit.
Whoa. Whoa, that was cold. Cheers, everybody. How we doing? Welcome back to another episode of The Poor Boys with a Drunk Philosophers pre-party. Going to hang out with you guys for about an hour. We got a topic we're going to talk about in a bit to kind of kick off the hour we're going to be here. And then I believe we're starting it off with a very delicious beer that I'm really looking forward to try. But let's go ahead and pop over to the chat really quick and see what's going on.
I was gonna play the never mind. We'll let it pass it. We'll let it roll this time. Go ahead.
We'll let it roll this time.
Oh my God. We'll let it ride. No,
hey,
let it ride.
It's all right. It's Sunday. It's been a long weekend. It is what it is, bro. We'll just let it roll.
What up,
Oh
brother?
my goodness.
Son?
OG Sons World. What is up, Jimmy? How you doing, buddy? Thanks for popping in. Axe and Nacho. Cheers, sir.
We got
Ruby,
Peppers.
how we doing, buddy? Thanks for coming in. Cindy, how we doing? Peppers Country Club. I don't know if I know that guy.
the logo for his
Wait.
new channel is pretty sweet looking.
Oh my goodness. Blue Farm. Hello, lady. Love
Woo.
you. She's watching the chitlins for me so I can do this live stream. So very, very much appreciate you. Love you, lady.
Yeah,
my goodness.
Yeah, so we'll be here for
crazy weekend.
We'll be here for about an hour. We'll kick it on over to the Enlightenment, but we're about to do a beer review, and then we'll kind of get into a topic that we kind of figured we would discuss. But
yes. So let's talk about this beer, man. This
Miss Kathy Bates in the house. Hello, Miss Kathy.
Oh, Kathy Bates, love you, lady. Thank you for coming in. But the beer that we're going to be reviewing is the Dusty Biscuit, and this is supposed to be a beignet inspired beer.
Yes,
so it's very interesting. It's supposed to be sweet, apparently, Chad.
Yeah. So this is another Martin House special. They released it that time that I was there, which is probably a little over a month ago.
Okay.
But it is there is a bakery called the Dusty Biscuit that is in Fort Worth. It's a beignet bar. And so Martin House collabed with that bakery and created the beer called the Dusty Biscuit. And that is the owner of the beignet bar. And he is from Louisiana.
And there is the logo for the Dusty Biscuit beignet bar. That's pretty dope, man. That's pretty cool.
It's a beignet inspired beer. It's a 7%, but yes, I have had one. It will have sweet notes. It'll if you've never had a beignet, this will kind of give you a close resemblance to what a beignet from Louisiana would taste like. So
okay, I have actually tried a beignet. I've had a beignet before, so that's why I'm interested. I've been really interested to try this because I'm like, all right. How close can they get a beer to that actual flavor? You know what I mean? So this is kind of interesting. And is it? So it's a beignet inspired beer. Is it? What type of beer is it? Is it like a lager? Is it a?
I would say it's more of an ale.
Okay.
Yeah, because it is a little bit thick.
Okay.
Excuse me. Sorry, I keep prepping up Dos Equis there. It is a little bit thick. It is a little bit sweet. So it's kind of put it in like a sour ale category because it has that sweetness and of like a sour and everything, but it has that ale texture and drinkability of an ale. So
all right. Let's go ahead and pour this thing, man. Let's pour this thing so we can. I want to look at this, man. I want to see the color of this as I pour it. So let's go ahead and do this real quick. Gamer, what's up, buddy? Ooh.
So it's a little bit dark. So it does. It does pour like an ale.
It's almost like an amber almost.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's kind of like it's like a haystack brown. I mean, the camera doesn't do it justice. It's not as dark as what the camera is looking at. It is like a haystack brown.
Yeah.
Color. So.
Yeah, but man, I'll tell you what, you get a lot of vanilla right off the bat, bro.
Oh yeah, it's
like
it's
that
a very
smell
sweet
is
beer.
just...
It is straight vanilla right off the pinch. I mean, and you get a little bit of that dough smell too, like a fresh bakery dough.
Yep.
A little bit of that powdered sugar and sweetness.
Yo, dude, man, this is. Cheers, buddy. Let's try this.
Yeah, and it is very vanilla forward, with a little bit of that, like I said, that sweetness of the powdered sugar and the dough on the back end of it. But they nailed the taste of a beignet right on the nose.
Yeah, you definitely get that powdered sugar kind of more on the tail end of it versus right off the bat. Like you said, right off the bat, it's just vanilla straight to the tongue, bro. Like it's very, very heavy, strong vanilla. But this is good.
Very damn good beer. Like I said, and it's a 7%. It's not heavy. It's not a thick beer. It's more of a lighter beer.
Yeah.
But it does. I mean, it's kind of like in between. But I mean, it's not. It's definitely not a sessionable beer. Maybe like one or two, and you'll probably switch over to something different. But it is a very, very, very sweet beer. So
yeah. Dude, that's really good, man. So yeah, if you're in the Fort Worth area or near anywhere close to Fort Worth that you can get your hands on these, or I believe they ship all over Texas. So if you're in Texas and you can get your hands on some Martin House, pick them up. Doesn't matter what it is, try it, because there hasn't been one beer that I've tried from Martin House that I've disliked or been not a fan of. There's been a few that weren't like my favorite, but I would definitely drink them again for sure. They've got a very interesting way of doing their brewing.
And I would think, and I would venture to guess, when you try the pickle beers, those will probably be the ones that you may go,
See, and
not.
I'm not a dill pickle fan. My wife is, and so I'm going to let her try them with me. But I don't know. I don't know how those are going to go. You're right, because I've got the regular and the spicy, and I'm probably going to do kind of like a dual review with that. I'm going to do one and then the other, kind of sort of in the same video, right? So I can kind of compare the two between the spicy and the non and the regular. Again, I'm not a dill pickle fan, man. You give me sweet pickles all day, I'm good. But I'm not a dill pickle. I don't do it. I just don't do it.
Yeah, and Cindy, trust me, you're gonna need a big ass bag just to get all the Martin Houses, because I mean they're all over the damn place.
Yes,
and they're good. You trust me, you will not regret it. I promise.
Right.
But I see someone down in the basement. I just see an icon right now, so we'll wait till we see the face, and then
once he pops back in, then we'll bring him on up for sure.
But that beer, it leaves.
Dude, it's
like now
good.
that I've taken a couple sips, it leaves like a very sweet aftertaste, aftertaste, and it doesn't go away. I mean, you can still taste the powdery sugar and the dough and the vanilla and like.
Dude, my son's birthday was the other day, and we have cupcakes left. I'm about to go grab a cupcake and eat it with this, dude, because this is so sweet. Like I said, this is definitely like a dessert beer or like an after meal beer that you could just literally after you finish your meal, sit there and hang out with your family at the restaurant, sipping on a nice, sweet beer at the end of your meal. This is delicious, bro.
Cindy says they moved his orders up a month, so I'm seriously debating on moving down just for the beer, or moving down for the year just for the beer. Hey, trust me, Cindy, you will not regret it. I promise. But like I said, a couple of y'all have seen the pictures and videos of my refrigerator. I kid you not. I have hardly any food. It's just condiments and Martin House beer. All that. It's all my refrigerator is.
That's all you need,
ridiculous.
Bro. It's all you need.
It is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's all good. There's always room in there's always. I figured this out over the years. Okay, there is always room in the fridge for more beer. You may not think the beer will fit in there. I can find it.
But when you can't put any more food in the fridge and you're having to play Tetris with the beer just to put food in the fridge, that's pretty sad. But it's not a bad problem to have. Yes, I hoard, but it is good beer, so it's not really hoarding. It's beer.
Speaking about food, that's actually a good lead-in. So we'll actually go ahead and discuss. We are actually going to be talking about food tonight. We're going to be talking about favorite foods. We're going to be talking about crazy, weird, exotic foods that you may have tried or that anybody in chat may have tried. And then we're also going to talk about the most expensive foods. And some of these most expensive foods are kind of a delicacy, and some of them aren't. Some of them you wouldn't think are expensive, but
they really are.
They really are. When it breaks down to the per barrel and by the ounce and however they sell it, you'll be really surprised on. So I went through there and I was looking at some of the lists, and I'm going, wow, I didn't realize that it was that expensive. So
yeah, and I was looking at the same thing. I don't know if we're looking at the same list, but I was looking at a list as well, and some like everyday items that you hear at restaurants and things like that. You're like. They're like, no big deal. And you wonder why a specific burger with this on it is like $50 fucking dollars. It's because of what is being put on it. It's mind blowing how expensive some of this stuff is.
You're hell yeah.
So.
Hell yeah, dude.
And yes, Cindy, it is an investment. It is indeed.
All right.
There he is.
So he is back. We are going to go ahead and bring up the guy in the basement. So we're going to play this.
So we're going to see if they're motivated enough. You ready? Let's see if this works. works every single time. What's up, guys?
What up, man?
What's
good?
up, dude? How you doing, buddy?
Good day.
Man,
Just another day in paradise, huh?
that dusty biscuit is pretty delicious, bro.
Yeah, I haven't been able to find that one yet.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think that was from what I understood, that was a tap room only, I believe. But like I said, your guy can get tap room onlys anyway. So,
Right.
Oh, starting off the show on a spicy note, eh?
Well, I'm adding it to my
The
beer.
What is that? Is that a straight tincture?
This is the Blazenberry
Okay.
that Saucy Shane made.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
It's hot, but yeah, I'm just doing a Yingling and hot and spicy V8, a red beer.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
Okay.
And
A
then,
little twist on a
add
red
some
beer,
tint
huh?
to it.
Oh man.
Well, very nice. Well, I guess, we're going to be talking about different types of foods, most expensive foods, favorite foods, and most exotic foods.
And what's really funny,
that's going to be our topic. And so, we'll kind of see where this goes and kind of see what people think about some of this stuff.
and what was funny too is that I'm looking through the list, and on some of the list of the exotic foods are some of the foods that some of our fellow YouTubers have tried and done live streams on. Some of them aren't, but some of them are. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to kind of see who's tried some of these weird, crazy things, and what else is not on this list that somebody else knows about that's very exotic and crazy food that they may have tried.
Yes, Cindy, that was a one.
Yep.
I've been seeing a bunch of TikTok videos where
Using a
it's
wand.
funny, like they'll go grab a pickle and go eat like that. I mean, it's freaking hilarious. Every time I see it, it reminds me of when y'all did the Harry Potter thing and Groovy was holding the wand a
little hot over there, Groovy?
Spicy.
He's like, it's spicy.
Oops.
I gotta build my tolerance back up. I got the Tube of Terror 2.0. I gotta do soon.
I saw. Speaking of, I saw Roger do that the other day. He just did one and he was sweating. I mean, I know he had them all taped to his hand, but he did one and he was just red.
It scares me.
Yeah. These are, instead of being peanuts because of I don't know if they did it because of the peanut allergies or whatever. It's actually
That's why they changed it. Yeah.
Yeah, so it is corn nuts. That's a spicy meatball.
So it's kind of like a corn nut instead of a peanut.
Yeah, it's a corn nut. And these things, I don't know if you can see that. They are coated.
Oh my God. They are
oh wow,
bright red.
Oh God.
Whew. What's the Scoville on that one? On that tube?
I don't know, but it doesn't have it's just pepper. It doesn't have any cap crystals or anything on it. It's just pepper. So
okay.
That's the only reason I said I was going to do this, because I didn't do the regular Tube of Terror because it had the 10 million capsaicin crystals on it.
Yeah,
and
the crystals will get you.
Yeah.
The crystals are what's on the solar flare. So
yeah, we do have the other
definite,
half
the
of the
definite.
drum
definite.
in the basement. So let's go ahead and bring him on up.
These here silkworms are going.
Oh my God! I can't. Oh my God! Jimmy!
damn it, Jimmy!
It never gets old,
Can't hear
man.
you, Jimmy.
It doesn't. It never. Oh fuck, Jimmy!
Oh, did you?
Man. How you doing, buddy?
There we go.
There you go.
What's
There.
up? No, it's this
What up?
stupid microphone's got a mute button on the side of it. I keep hitting.
Yeah, I saw whenever you installed that, you could just touch the side of it and it mutes automatically. That's pretty cool. It's
I'm gonna have to
sensitivity.
change it. Yeah.
Everything.
Wow.
That's
Oh.
awesome.
So how are you, Jimmy?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good.
I'm ready for the show tonight. That's for sure.
Hell yeah.
You have a good topic, Ro. I mean, obviously y'all won't say it, but I mean, do you think it'll be a very
It's a positive
controversial
topic. It's a positive topic this week. And we're going to invite some people up, so be ready.
Yeah.
All right.
If you want to.
Yeah, we want to hear from everybody on this one.
Okay.
Trying to
All
get
right,
it.
well then we'll start off this. Then I'll ask either one of you, what's the most exotic food that you guys have eaten?
Well, no, hold on. Well, let's ask what everybody's favorite food is. Go around the horn with that, and then the most exotic from there.
We can do that
So, are we talking like favorite food? Like, if you were able to pick one food to eat,
for the rest
like
of your
constantly, yeah,
Pretty much. What is your go-to favorite food?
Ribeye steak for me.
Ribeye. Nice
Yeah.
choice. Now, do you do the
Yeah.
mushrooms and onions and all that on there, or just a plain Jane?
the more crap on it, the better. I like with a lot of
There
vegetables
you go.
around it. Ribeye and vegetables, I'm set.
Nice.
I am
nice
a
choice.
I'm a homemade chicken parm sort of guy. Chicken parm is
Okay.
my favorite meal. So, with a good homemade tomato sauce on it, some fresh mozzarella, and some angel hair pasta. Angel hair
Oh,
pasta,
angel
not
hair.
just regular spaghetti noodles.
Okay.
So it's sitting on a bed of angel hair. I could eat that every day.
Hell yeah.
And for me, I would have to say a good, well-cooked, medium burger with as much shit as you can possibly put on it. I love a good burger. When I was growing up, my nickname was Wimpy for a reason, because that's all I ate was fucking hamburgers.
That's why your name was Wimpy.
I love a good hamburger.
You would have loved that Kraken burger I put on TikTok the other day. We found a place in Russellville, Arkansas. Burgers are like that big. There's just so much shit on it. I said they should have called it the Money Shot instead of the Kraken.
I'm gonna have to go back and check out that TikTok. I did not see that one. So did you actually take a video of it?
Yeah, just
Okay.
a burger. Yeah, you'll see it.
Okay, I'll have to go back and look for it. Nice.
Yeah, no. If I had one food that I had to eat for the rest of my life, it would be homemade country gravy and biscuits. You give me a good homemade
choice.
biscuits and gravy with sausage. I'll eat that every day. All
I was
day
saying,
long.
do you want just regular gravy or do you want the sausage gravy?
Oh, it's
The
got to be
sausage
the
pepper
sausage.
gravy.
Extra meat, bro.
Oh,
Extra meat,
pepper.
man. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
where they make the roux out of the sausage grease.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
yes.
You cook the
Yum.
sausage and then use that. Yep. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. My grandma was from West Virginia, and that lady can throw down on some biscuits and gravy. I'll tell you that much right now. Like, her biscuits and gravy were to die for, man. I mean, she did everything from scratch too. Like I'm cheap. I'll buy the tube of biscuits, but no, my grandma, she's making all that from scratch. She's making her biscuits.
Oh yeah, with the
from scratch,
dough,
everything from scratch.
letting it sit and rise for a couple
Yep.
hours. Oh, that's the best shit right there. That's some
I
good
think
stuff.
that's gonna be my first after retirement video. My cooking video is just how to make homemade biscuits. I'm gonna learn how to make them.
And everybody in the chat, let us know what your favorite food is. What was y'all's go to? We're kind of discussing the next topic. So since he's gone, I'll ask y'all to. What is the most exotic food that y'all
Exotic
ever
food.
had?
Man, I don't know. It probably would have had to been something when I was over in Germany,
Okay.
but I don't know. I got to dig through my repertoire here. I'm not a fancy food eater, so I'm like, y'all got a burger? And we're in like some France restaurant or something.
I guess exotic, like I think mine was like Mediterranean. I was in Puerto Rico for a class,
Mhm.
and that's the first time I ever had grouper. I don't know if you ever had grouper, but grouper is
Grouper is
amazing.
big in Florida too. Yep.
But I had grouper, and it was sautéed in basted with like a mango chutney,
Yeah.
Ooh,
and
nice.
then it had what do they call it? The bananas, like the fried sweet bananas and stuff like that, plantains, stuff like that, like
Yeah,
fried
plantains, yep.
plantains. And that was something that was a meal I went back to, like I found it
Crazy
the
Ann.
third day I was there, and I think I ate it like 7 or 8 more times. I went back to the same place just to have that.
Hey, Ann, how we
but
doing? Thanks for coming
It was
in.
great.
Nice.
And no, Nikki, your biscuits and gravy are amazing. I wasn't talking shit about your biscuits and gravy.
You
better square that
better
away.
say that your ass is at the
I'm gonna
house.
get in trouble with my wife real quick. What the fuck? Just shit. Oh
And
man.
I'll say for me,
No,
I
and
think my most exotic would have to be, and I didn't even know they were considered exotic. I didn't even know what they were whenever I attempted to eat these. And when I ate them, I fell in love with it. But everything I look at a menu and I see this on the menu, it's an extraordinary high price, so I don't get it very often. But I had a truffle burger. It had truffles in the meat and also had truffles on the burger as well. And that, oh my gosh! I mean,
do you know the
don't get
type of
those-
truffle it was? Was it like a black truffle or a white truffle? Because that
It
would
was a
make a
black
world
truffle.
of difference in flavor. Okay.
It was a black truffle.
The white truffles kind of taste to me like shiitake mushrooms, but
Yeah.
black truffles have that
It's up there, Ash.
that very earthy flavor. And I think
Yeah.
if you have the right toppings on that burger, that would be amazing.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, like they had like the
mushroom soup.
they had like fried onions on it. They had the black truffles on there, and this thing was like it was caked in truffles, and you could like they were all coming off the burger. I mean, that's probably the most exotic food I've ever had because I've traveled over to England, a place like that. I've never had any crazy food, but the truffles, I just never expected it. And I mean, it's either you love it or you hate it. There's no like in between.
There's my Call of Duty.
I could
partner.
eat
No,
mushroom
I've never
soup.
had truffles, man. I want to try truffles because I love mushrooms. I love earthy kind of flavors. So
Maybe you should try that truff hot sauce made with truffles.
My grandmother lived in Colorado, so the most exotic quote unquote food that I have ever eaten is fried Rocky Mountain oysters.
Ooh, those are good though. I love
They
them.
are fucking delicious, bro. Like, if you know what they are before you eat them, you're a little weary when you're putting it in your mouth. But once you actually get the flavors, man, oh my god, it was delicious.
Do you dip them in anything, or you just eat them straight? I like to dip them in ketchup, like
Yeah,
where they're
ketchup's
fried,
good too.
kind of like chicken fried venison. I like to put just ketchup on it. But Rocky Mountain oysters, I just dip them in ketchup. Oh man, they're so good.
Do it almost like a fry sauce based, like mayo ketchup mixture, and that's actually really good as well too.
It's my fancy sauce.
Yeah.
I'm a seafood guy. I mean, I'll do some fried oysters, or I'll just do oysters right out of the half shell. I mean, I love some good seafood. I know it's not exotic, but it's alive.
Yeah, raw oysters are good, man. I can throw down on those.
A little bit of horseradish.
Just don't get them in Texas unless you're like right there on the coast. That's like trying to get like, oh, we have fresh oysters. I'm like, you're in Kansas.
No.
Those aren't fresh, guys.
No,
they're being shipped in a freaking cold box. Is all that is.
Yeah,
but yeah.
So I do have a list of the top 25 most exotic foods, and this again, there's hundreds of these lists out there. There's a bunch of different people putting these lists together. This happens to just be one that I found. It starts off number one with haggis. I don't know if anybody's ever tried haggis, which is basically like the innards of a sheep.
I have tried haggis.
You have tried haggis? Okay.
It's different. Doesn't it? If anybody says it tastes good, I beg to differ. I just wanted to try it to say I tried it, but it is not. It's not good, but it's not like horrible.
It's not something you're going to eat every day for dinner.
It depends on how you cook it. If it's like a boiled haggis, it's a very bland, and then you have like the livers and stuff on the inside. It's very iron heavy.
Yep.
But I mean, it's not bad. It's just not something that I'm like, oh man, I crave haggis.
Right.
You know?
And it's like a list that I have. My number one would be bluefin tuna. Is from the list that I have. It reach over $5,000 a pound. I mean,
well, you're talking expensive. You're not talking exotic now. You're just talking price wise.
Well, yeah.
You're talking price wise versus exotic. Exotic is more of like crazy, weird delicacies. Like out of the next four, three of them I know. I'm pretty sure that both of you guys have done those. So number two on that list is balut eggs. Number three on that list is durian.
Y'all both done that.
And I've seen it. I don't know if I'll ever get to that point. That's pretty crazy.
No, you have to experience it. That's the thing.
I watched you literally spit out dried durian.
But that was the dry. So
you were fucking done. You were like, nope.
But I did do the fresh too, and I'm telling you,
I did see that. Yeah,
was better. Is the
fresh is better?
Was not great.
There was just something about the freeze dried, or
it's the texture.
Okay.
It just texture
it's
plus
like
the flavor.
It's so like musky and it just comes through your nose and everything.
Okay.
So
I will say durian. if you can get past the smell, the taste is not bad. It's like a custard. Like it's not bad.
Okay.
It's just the smell, and then the smell with the oral factory. Like when you smell it, you could taste it, kind of like the smell sort of thing.
Yeah.
The fresh was 100 times better, and I ate a lot of that.
Okay.
So Jay, I guess I know what we're doing in July. We're gonna try to get some Dorian.
Just get a papaya.
Is it the same? I mean, is it the
No,
same
papaya
concept?
smells like puke. Papaya smells like puke, but it tastes kind of like cantaloupe.
Yeah.
I like papaya.
Papaya is good. I like papaya. So
I've never had a fresh papaya.
You've never had a fresh papaya?
Nope.
Oh man, they are good.
Probably had it in a fruit salad.
Number 4 on that list is actually, it's called bear claw, and it is actually prepared from the claws of bears. The creation, it says the creation of this dish, however, extremely inhumane because they actually torture the bears before they slaughter them because the hormones that are released actually increase the flavor in the meat, apparently.
So they torture them they torture them for the flavor.
It says
releases a chemical into the meat
before they're killed, so specific hormones can be secreted, which adds flavor to the dish.
Yep. But the countries where they eat dog meat, they do the same shit.
Yeah. That's horrible. For sure.
But
I'll never taste any of that stuff. So
no,
absolutely not.
Number 5 though is the century eggs, which I know you have tried.
Yeah, those are good.
And you said they were pretty good.
They're not.
I enjoyed them. They're
I watched some people
gelatinous.
struggle with that.
Like it reminds me of like the gummies that we ate. Like it's that consistency. It's like a gummy.
Is it? What's the consistency of the innards like? Is it just straight like gooey liquid, or is it like a jelly. More of a gelatinous?
It's like jelly.
It's like jelly. Okay.
That's it. And I've seen a couple of people do the century egg, and I guess they just really weren't prepared for it, and they kind of did it as more of a joke. But neither one of them could get really through it. They've tried it.
I still have a couple of those in the fridge. I wonder if they're still good.
The yolk is super creamy, so the yolk is real creamy and boogery, and then the white part of the egg just turns into like a black jelly. But it all just tastes like egg. It just tastes like an egg.
And I'm a texture guy, so if I don't
salt.
like the texture,
it's a salty. It's very salty.
And they are duck eggs too. They're not chicken eggs. They're duck eggs, which are a lot heartier. They got a lot richer flavor than a chicken egg.
Oh yeah, I'll eat my duck eggs all day, man. When they lay eggs, those go right in the frying pan because duck eggs are so much more. I can't explain the difference, but they are so much better than chicken eggs.
Yeah, there's some hearty flavor in a duck egg that's not in a chicken egg.
I would like to.
You got to taste it.
And I would like to try an ostrich egg. I keep thinking these big ass big ass.
You can fucking make 3 omelets from one egg, bro.
Ostrich omelets are delicious. We had an emu ostrich farm that lived right next door, and we would buy eggs from them every once in a while.
I've never had ostrich egg before. I would love to try one.
But ostrich egg and emu egg, like you know how you have the whites of regular eggs, like their yolk is like 80% of the egg. It's not mostly white. It's mostly the yolk.
Even better for me.
So
I'm a yolk
it's
guy.
great for making omelets and then like sopping up like toast, like Texas toast, whatever. And it's good.
Okay. So I don't know if anybody's ever heard of this before. I'd never actually heard of this one before. Number 6 on that list is casu marzu, which is an Italian dish.
Yes, that is the maggot cheese.
Yep.
Maggot cheese.
Yep.
What?
Yes.
They literally what they do is they cut a hole in the middle side and they allow flies to lay eggs in it. And then the rotted cheese contains maggots which develop from the eggs, and it increases this like a soft gooey texture that comes from the insects and the larva that's there. So you're eating maggots basically while you're eating the cheese.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's actually the maggot poop that makes it taste the way it does.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you remember, we did those chips, those illegal chips.
Yeah. You're right.
One of the flavors of them was the casu marzu, which is
casu marzu. Okay.
And it was horrible. It was horrible. It smelled horrible. That was the one that Devin she was okay with the horse meat, but the maggot cheese was too much for her. And it was too much for me too. The flavor is horrible.
I like cheese. What was the smell like? What was the initial upfront fragrance on it? Was it just what could you compare it to?
I'll be right back.
Like Limburger, maybe?
Have you ever poured a glass of milk, left it like in your room or like on a counter or something, and like went out of town, and you left the house for like 3 or 4 days, come back and it's like chunky,
Curdled.
solidified, and it's just a curdled sour milk. That's
Yeah.
what it smells like.
Oh,
It was bad.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, thanks.
Nope.
I'll take a hard pass on that one.
Yeah.
Well, it's
I'm right there with you.
actually Kazumarzu is illegal in the United States. Like you can't.
Oh, it
get
is
in the United
illegal?
States.
Yeah.
Look at there.
Well, there's no way that would pass FDA.
Oh.
There's no way that would pass the FDA's
Is that cucumber?
standard.
That is cucumber flavored
Wow.
chips.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
And me and B Knuckle are the only two that like these. But
Dude,
straight
I love-
cucumber.
I love cucumber water. Like I drink cucumber water. I mean, I absolutely fucking love it.
And I put cucumber on my salad all the time. So I mean, I love a good cucumber. I don't know about in a chip form, but I will say like the tetrazzini sauce. I know it's a lot of cucumber. For some reason, I don't like that type of sauce. But I can eat a cucumber just straight up.
If you can find a nice Asian market close to you, Lay's makes hundreds and hundreds of weird flavors, and they import them in. So the Asian markets are the place to find these things. So
All right.
Huh. I'll have to be on the lookout for those. Heck yeah.
Yeah. So number 7 on the list can be eaten raw or cooked, and that is monkey brains. Again, I've never tried this before. I don't know if anybody else has, but it is something. It's obviously a delicacy from China. But
I just watched that from Indiana Jones, like chilled monkey brains.
monkey brains.
Cute.
Oh man, so that's crazy. And then
I've
the
eaten
number
I've
8
eaten
on
squirrel
that list.
brains.
Yeah, we have squirrel brains too. Should be on here too, but it's not. It's not. Number 8 is tuna eyeball.
Tuna. I mean, I'll eat the meat of a tuna. I've
Yeah.
never tried an eyeball of a tuna.
I've never had tuna. I have done catfish. I've ate the eyeball of catfish.
Okay.
Marsha
But,
Dale's mom
never
came up here
tried
one
it.
time. First time I'd ever ate the meat out of a fish head, and I did try one of the eyeballs, and it was actually pretty good. It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Was it kind of slimy, like as you would
Yeah,
expect?
it pops.
Was it a little bit more
It
tough?
definitely pops in your mouth, and there is a very
The pearl,
salty,
the
thick
iris
Yeah.
is hard. It's like a bead. It's like a glass bead.
It doesn't pop as easy as you think either. Like you got to bite
Yeah,
down
you
on
got
that thing, and then it
chomp
goes.
it like.
Huh. Yeah. So here's
That's
one
just
that
hard
I
to
would
imagine.
probably never, ever, ever try. Number 9 on the list is deer penis.
Oh,
Apparently, it's eaten in China because it's believed to cure kidney diseases and erectile dysfunction.
well, damn.
So you eat a penis to make yours hard. I don't know how the hell that works, but
Guess I
don't
gotta
get
go
it.
deer hunting this year.
right?
I need a damn deer penis to cure my
Right.
ED over here. What the heck? No.
right?
Coming out of the woods, yeah. I ate it right.
Like, I feel good today.
Am I doing this right? Am I doing this right?
Am I doing this?
Yeah, right.
Oh shit!
Oh, man.
Hell, I'm going right for
hey,
the
here
elk.
we go. So number 10 is sheephead.
I've had sheephead.
I have tried it. I was not a fan, but I have tried that.
I have never
The
tried
cheeks.
it.
The cheeks are so good though.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. The cheeks are the best part.
You know, I've never had lamb, sheep. I've never had any of that. I don't even think I've had goat meat. So
Lamb is
I gotta
really
try
good. A lot of people, like I've told some people that I've eaten lamb and they judge me for it. Which you're judging me by what I eat. So whatever you do, you. But
Right.
lamb is really good. You get a nice like a nice mint sauce or a nice brown gravy to put up. It's freaking amazing. Lamb is so tender. It's so good. So good.
Like a lamb shank.
Yeah. Yep.
Lamb chops, lamb shank, all that.
sounds
stuff.
good,
yeah.
but I've never tried it just because it's never been available to me. But I would try it.
Goat is very good, especially if you prepare. The place I had goat was in Iraq, and it was actually made with a lot of like kind of like in a
Samantha
curry,
Lee.
Hey,
Yeah.
Samantha Lee, how we doing?
and so it was good. Hey Sam.
I would like to ask Crazy Ann something, so she's in the chat, because I have a list pulled up of all kinds of different countries with their specific food, and it says for Norway, and I'm going to say this all wrong, but I'm going to try it. Lutefisk. It's like a gummy fish. Am I saying that right?
Lutefisk.
Or have I butchered it?
You gotta cough when you say it to say it
right. It says it's marinated in lye. This gummy fish takes days to prepare and is described as one of the most vile tasting foodstuffs ever created. In spite of this less than tasty reputation, it remains hugely popular in this part of the world. So, Crazy Ann, have you ever tried that before? Just curious.
Oh, interesting. But yeah, number 11, Jimmy, you were right. Squirrel brains did make the list at number 11.
Hell yeah.
And it's a delicacy from Kentucky, actually, and it was eaten quite often until Kentucky. This is a dish from Kentucky. It was quite popular until it was discovered that it had a variant of mad cow disease. And then they stopped.
Parasitic.
Yep.
Yeah, when we would fry them up, in gravy, kind of like your sausage gravy, but it'd be squirrel brain gravy.
Yeah,
and it was actually pretty good.
Yeah,
I mean, is it more of like a sweet, or is it more of a savory, or
it's almost like eggs, to tell you the truth. Like it's real soft. Like brain material is really soft. It's a lot like eggs. And like if you've ever had pig brain or anything like that, it's got a real like a hard boiled egg kind of texture to it, and then you fry it up in gravy, and it's pretty good.
Okay.
What's up, Womack?
What's up, Womack? How we doing, bud? So number 12 is something very weird. I've never heard of this before. It's called bat paste.
VAT, like VAT?
VAT paste. And it's a delicacy from Thailand, and this is how it's prepared. It's prepared by catching a live bat and putting a live bat in boiling milk. Once it becomes soft, it is mashed and made into a paste. Herbs and spices are added to make the final product.
Ooh, that might be a little much for me.
So you're literally boiling a live rat or a live bat in milk.
But would that take out all the crap that bats carry, like all the
like you got all the internal
the COVID.
The COVID. Does it take the COVID out of boiling milk?
It's like, did you take it out before you put it in the milk?
All it done.
Oh man, that just does not sound appealing to me. Just putting a live bat and then mashing it up once it gets soft. Like, I don't know, man. That's like bones and all, basically. You're not pulling anything out of it. You're turning it into a paste.
You know, any food that is intentionally cruel to the animal that you're making food out of, if it's intentionally cruel to that animal, I'm not down with it.
Yep. Oh no, I'm right there with you. I am right there with you completely. That's why I'll never try bear claw, because there's no way I could live with myself knowing that there was
that you tortured something just so you get flavor and meat.
Right? Get out of here, bro. I ain't doing that.
It's even like the people like them when they eat the live squids and stuff like that. Like I'm not really down with it.
Yep. Well, the next one is fried tarantulas. So if anybody's scared of spiders, I mean,
tarantula is awesome. Tarantula is awesome, man.
Yeah, I've heard tarantula is really good.
That's the only way
I haven't done it yet. I'm going to do it soon.
I haven't had any fried creatures yet.
And then you were talking about like live seafood, right, Jimmy?
Mm-hmm. Like the jelly duck.
This next one is from Korea, and it is sanakji, and it is basically prepared by cutting up baby octopi and serving it while the tentacles are still moving.
Yeah.
The food, it says it can be very dangerous because the suction cups can stick to your mouth or your throat.
Well, now they do, like, they separate the head from the tentacles. So, I mean, they are killing it, but they are serving it while it's still twitching. And it doesn't do anything other than create a challenge because you're trying to eat these tentacles that are still twitching and holding on and trying to save yourself.
Yeah. It doesn't.
Can you imagine like trying to get a fork or a spoonful and like just this tentacle is just like, and you're like trying to get it in? It's like, come on,
right?
That would just be an interesting thing. Like all of a sudden, it's like something smacks on, just like sucks sucks to your cheek or what? Like what the?
Now, don't get me wrong. If I'm like surviving on an island and there's nothing to eat, and I grab a baby octopus, I'm just biting the shit out of that thing. I don't care, like. But that's different.
I mean,
That's
I eat
survival.
octopus.
Survival,
That's what calamari is, right?
Yeah.
Fried
Calamari.
octopus.
Yeah, it's fried.
is
Or
squid.
Oh, squid.
I
Squid.
did-
Okay.
I
squid.
I did order. Well, I didn't order. I have a can of. What is it? Calamari. It's just it's smoked, I guess, in like a mesquite teriyaki sauce. And I'm just gonna eat it straight out of a can, just like anchovies. We're gonna
So-
try that.
If you go to the Asian store and you get this
Oh, that
little
could be
can, you can get the squid and squid ink, and that would be a great challenge because it is straight up little tiny
Squid ink?
minced up squids and just straight squid ink. It's black. It's nasty.
It's gonna make your mouth turn colors. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, right.
And it tastes like chalk to me. Like it tastes like chalk.
Well, there was something that I saw in Vietnam.
Hey, Teresa.
I know it's a
Hey, Teresa.
snake wine.
I've seen
Uh,
that.
It's said to have medical.
That's the one they have the whole
properties.
snake in there, right?
Yes, this strong cocktail is best downed quickly. Not only is it made from the snake blood, it's bottled with a snake inside and occasionally other creatures like scorpions. So imagine getting a bottle of wine with snake and blood and with scorpions. That would just be an interesting.
I just put that on the shelf as a display thing. I
Yeah.
never even drink it. I'm just like, look at my fucking bottled snake blood. That'd be sweet.
Yeah,
Now,
that would be pretty interesting.
kind of like the tarantula. How much better was that scorpion than you thought it was going to be too?
Oh, that scorpion was delicious.
I'm telling
Like
you,
I liked it. No, it's straight sunflower seed, man.
Yeah,
It was
that's
good.
not
Yeah.
that's no bull crap. They are good. They
Dude, that's
actually
how the
taste
crickets
really
I
good.
ate tasted. The crickets I ate tasted like fucking sunflower seeds, bro. They were
Mhm.
delicious.
The scorpions are just a bigger. What would you say? A little bit juicier, not juicy, but more moist version of the crickets.
Okay.
I will take scorpions over the crickets any day.
It's called. How do you say that word? Awami?
Habusaki. Our awamori.
Wanamori. Wanamori Dork Star. Habu snake.
Darks.
Yep.
Or Amari Dorkstar. That should be a new wine right there. Or Amari Dorkstar. Make it happen, folks. If you're here,
Dork star.
By the way, I was driving today.
Mhm.
I have a new bar that opened right next, like right down the road from me.
Yeah.
It's called the Lone Star Lounge.
the Lone Star Lounge.
I'm
actually-
going to take a picture of it and I'm going to send it to you. I'll be like, here you go.
Somebody actually sent me there's a place in Canada of all places called Lone Star Lounge. It doesn't have the S. It doesn't say Lone Stars. It's just Lone Star Lounge.
Okay.
So, but there's a place in
I
Canada.
just remember seeing it. I was like, oh shit.
That's funny.
Yep.
That's funny.
And it's funny they don't even have one of those here in Texas. I've never seen a Lone Star Lounge here in the state of Texas. It's freaking weird. But we're in Canada.
You will. I'll send it to you.
Oh.
I saw
So
a couple of other ones, like ostrich, which I have tried ostrich. I think I've tried ostrich, and I've also tried kangaroo. And they say that kangaroo is like the most it's the most equivalent to what a human would taste like, I guess they said. When I was in Florida, the restaurant owner at this restaurant I used to go to, he went big game hunting, and he brought back a bunch of different stuff. And he had like ostrich. He didn't have an egg, but he had like ostrich meat, and he also had kangaroo meat. And it was interesting eating kangaroo. It was very interesting taste.
What I want to do, I want to get an ostrich, right? And I want to go to a place that does an ostrich meat, kind of like a drumstick for like a chicken, but I want an ostrich drumstick. I want to look like a giant Conan, like a ham hock, just like I wanted to be a fucking barbarian.
You're walking around with a damn turkey leg. I want an ostrich leg. Like holding it way out here.
Fuck state fairs. I'm going prehistoric.
You're gonna leave the toes on the end of it too, aren't you?
Oh yeah,
that would be
it's like
insane.
it's just a giant meat club. It'd be awesome.
Right.
All right, guys, I'm going to drop out and go get everything ready. And appreciate y'all for doing the pre-party. Love y'all.
Of course.
And
Very welcome. Very welcome.
I hope y'all can come up and hang with us a little bit tonight because we just want to hear from everybody on this one.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll probably be hanging off air, watching you guys. And once you guys have people up, I'm sure we'll, because we don't know the topic still. None of us know the topic.
We're gonna drop the link in the chat when it's time, and then we'll bring up people at a time. Whatever.
That's
cool.
Awesome.
All right, guys. We'll see you all there.
Well, thanks for coming up, guys. Appreciate it.
Later.
Yeah. Good night. See you in a bit.
All right, so I got one more on this list that I got to share, bro, because this shit's crazy. I just read this thing, man, and it's literally number 17 on the list is a stuffed camel. Stuffed camel is served as a wedding dish in the Persian Gulf. A camel is first washed, skinned. After this, it is stuffed with chicken, lamb, rice, and eggs. The camel is then broiled in a charcoal pit. After then served with nuts. I don't know. It just seems crazy, man. It's kind of like a turducken, you know what I mean? You're putting a whole bunch of different stuff in another animal and then cooking it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it's just, you're just like packing, and then.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And if you've never had a turducken, I definitely recommend it. It's
it's
flipping phenomenal. It is so good.
Yes.
It is so good.
Oh, man. Still got 8 lovely people hanging out with us. Thanks for everybody that come in to hang out with us tonight. We appreciate it. Thanks for your input in chat. We try to get to chat as much as possible. Sometimes we get sucked into our conversations and we miss some things. So if we missed any comments, we apologize. We try to catch as many as we can coming in. But man, I'm babying the crap out of this beer right now, bro. So I don't want it to end.
Yeah, I'm
dude.
So I noticed that Axe said that he did I'm probably gonna butcher this word. I'm gonna try to say it the right. Matsusake mushroom. He said a matsusake mushroom soup was his go-to. I think that was his go-to, or that's what he liked. I know it came from Axe because I remember seeing it. Oh, he just said I could eat mushroom soup with crackers.
He said something about mushroom soup with crackers and a croissant. He said I could eat mushroom soup with crackers and a croissant on a daily.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love mushroom soup, but I usually do like mushroom soup and then I'll put some rice in it and make like a mushroom rice kind of sort of, which is really freaking delicious. I can eat the crap out of mushroom rice all day.
And I didn't know, I have a list up here called the most expensive foods. Some of the stuff is it's pretty stupid, but I'm scrolling through here, like saffron. It says it costs up to $5,000 at wholesale price and go up to $10,000 at retail per pound. Like a pound of saffron, like crazy expensive. A fungu fish. I've never had it. It's a Japanese.
That's blowfish, basically.
It can cost up to $470.
Yeah.
And it's a very small portion. Like I'm looking at this picture, and it's just a very, the portion, I kid you not, is about like this. I mean, it's a tiny little portion.
Yeah.
Black watermelon. Have you ever heard of black watermelon?
Yes, I have actually. There's a specific name for it. Densuki watermelons.
Densuki melon. Yep,
Densuki melons. They're about $200 a piece. Yep. And there's also another. Besides that melon, there is another melon, and I'm trying to find it right now. It's called the crown melon. It's kind of like a cantaloupe. It looks a lot like a cantaloupe. And those also are a lot smaller than those watermelons. Those cost $200 each.
Whew.
It's crazy, bro. I mean, there's this Manuka honey, which is $100 for 100 grams, which is 100 times more than the normal honey price.
Jeez.
Yeah. I mean, some of this stuff is absolutely insane, man, how expensive it is. I mean, you're talking, and you guys were talking about truffles, right?
Well, the white truffles are more expensive.
The black truffles go the black truffles go for about $300 a pound. The white truffles are like $3,200 a pound.
Yeah, that's
stupid.
That black truffle burger that I had was upwards about $50. But the fact that I'm a burger guy and it had something that I'd never tried on it, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna splurge on this, and it was so damn good. Like I said, you either love truffles or you hate them, but it was so good.
Yeah.
Highly recommend it.
And then here's another one here for you. Weasel Poop Coffee.
Weasel
And
Poop.
it turns out this coffee sells for about $1,000 a cup.
So do they actually take weasel poop, grind it up, and put it in coffee? Like, how did it say how it's processed?
Basically, what it says is, yes, it's the most expensive coffee world is collected from the poop of the weasel. It's a Vietnamese delicacy. Arabic coffee beans are selectively fed to this animal, and they select the best out of the best. The enzyme inside their stomach changes the bitter flavor to a strong, smooth, sweeter flavor. The coffee poop is then collected, cleaned, left for 6 months for fermentation, and then roasted and grinded. As it turns out, to be coffee worth about $1,000 for a cup.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't like coffee, much less spending $1,000 for a cup of coffee. Nope. I'm not going to waste my.
Well, dude, and I mean, talk about something as basic as balsamic vinegar, bro. Okay. A liter of balsamico vinegar, which is like the best balsamic vinegar in the world, a liter of that costs up to $4,000, which is the equivalent of 2 cases of champagne.
Jeez.
Yeah. And then champagne is another one. It says it's $1,000. There's ordinary champagnes cost between $50 and $300. There's a champagne. It's a Northern France champagne, and the vintages cost up to $1,000 a bottle. Dude, some of these are ridiculous, man. They're expensive. I mean, even macadamia nuts, bro. Macadamia nuts right now, you're paying $25 a pound, which is 2 times the cost of almonds. So it doesn't seem like a lot, but you're doubling the cost of the nut that you're importing or you're exporting because of it. That's crazy, man.
Damn.
Oh.
That is just, I mean, it's crazy, like, the delicacies, how expensive they are. And obviously, it's kind of like baseball cards. You're going to, the more rare an item is, obviously, the more expensive it's going to be.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, with like weasels, there's a lot of weasels out there, so I wouldn't see why that would be so expensive. But I guess the processing of it and all that good stuff would probably make it a little bit more on the higher end. But I know the boys just went live, so we can go over there and do a Poor Boy Red. We'll shut this down here in about 2 minutes. Go the full hour. But they're on their countdown as we speak. But we'll do a raid over there. The link is in the chat and also the raid part of it.
All right. Yeah, they still got 1:20 left on their countdown. So we can hang out for a few more seconds before we pop over there, send everybody over there. So get them.
So we want to thank y'all. We do want to thank y'all all for being here. I think it's been a very fun topic. It's been a unique topic.
Yep.
That was pun intended. I mean, that's what we wanted it to be. We wanted it to be unique and different, and
it was an exotic topic, bro. Okay,
it was exotic. You make it sound so kinky,
right?
So but I think
oh shit.
I think if it's in season, we should try to get. I don't want to do the dried durian fruit. I would like to try to get like a real.
I'll call around and see if I can find a local shop that may carry it. And see
I don't want the dried shit. I want
no. I'm talking about fresh durian. Like if we can go to like an Asian mart or somewhere and see if they sell fresh durian, we will definitely try that while you're here for sure.
Heck yeah! Because like I said, I've seen a couple people do it. Yes, the smell is horrendous. It is what it is, but YOLO.
I've also been told it tastes delicious. I've been told it tastes good once you get past the smell. That's what I've been told. But they said sometimes the smell is too much. All right, guys, let's go ahead and pop in our raid over there.
Go for it. I know Miss Teresa just chunked it out there, and I'll share the audio real quick because they're about to.
Do tonight's going to be a little different because we want to hear from everybody. We invite people to come up when it's time. We will put the link out there in the Drunk Philosopher show. We want everything to be upbeat and lighthearted. And remember this, you cannot control the actions of others, only yourself. I think I used to play that all the time on my art show. But let's get this party started.
Hey, thank you. Look at us. Hey, look at us. Look at us. Huh? Look at us. Say it again. Look at us.
Well, ahoy,
Some
ahoy.
Geoduck. What is Geoduck?
What's up?
You ready to
Oh,
start
look
this
at
off right?
Yep. Yep.
Cheers.
Cheers. Mm.
Mm.
And hello, Jess. I hope you're feeling better. And I think your barrel-aged stout career is over. Oh, Cindy,
That's
how you
awesome.
doing? Larice, how you doing? My friend, Metals in the house. Poor Boys in the house. Poor Boys Raid. Hell yeah. There's Teresa. There's Jay. There's Chad. There is Lori. Loves Montana. And, man, we are ready to get enlightened.
All right. Well, we'll kind of shut that down. But yeah, we want to thank y'all all for being. I know everybody's kind of gone over there, but y'all rock. This has been a very fun topic. We're going to try to have more fun topics. Like I know the other day we did the whole violent thing the other day. We're going to try to stay away from violent. It's just that needed to be talked about, got out of our system, and now we need to have more upbeat and funny and fun.
And we will too.
Topics.
We'll kind of bounce around. We'll have some fun upbeat. We will have some serious conversations. We will kind of throw a few of those into the mix with all the crazy, downer that is, the world right now. We'd like to try to keep it positive and smiley and laughing, because I'd rather be up here talking about something that makes me smile and makes me laugh than something that makes me angry and depressed. So,
exactly.
Let's try to stay with that.
Absolutely. But yeah, so the next time you see us doing a pre-party for something, you won't see this anymore, because as of Wednesday, I have a new dwelling. So I'm excited.
Lone Star will be streaming from a new venue.
Yes. I will have a whole new venue. It will not look the same. I'm not even going to decorate it the same. It's going to have a whole new look to it, because I don't want this was the lounge. This was the original lounge. But as some people know, things come to an end, and a new beginning is going to be better. So it'll be a whole different view, a whole different vibe. I'll have my own office space and a lot more room to do shit. So it'll be fun.
Hell yeah.
With that being said, you want to keep it rolling?
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna play one little video, and then we'll end it right after the video. So thanks everybody for coming. Thanks for popping back into the Poor Boys. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Check out the content. We will be back soon. Take it easy, guys.
Peace.
Hey, Holmes. Hey, man, that's soul, man. I've been smoking since I was born, man. I can smoke anything, man. I think you better light it in here, man.
What?
These gas fumes, man.
Oh, man.